Hi.
Hi.
Come in.
I just came by to see Lulu.
Well, she's at a friend's house.
How's she doing with Dad on the run? What have you been telling her?
The truth. That her father's innocent.
Then why doesn't he have an alibi, Mom?
Whatever happened to Stefan, your father had nothing to do with it.
So you don't think Stefan's dead?
I think with the Cassadines, anything's possible.
The same thing can't be said about this family?
Your father didn't kill Stefan.
Did you ask him that to his face?
No.
You threatened him. Said something about how he was wrong for not trying to kill him sooner.
Says who, Lucky?
Me. I heard him. So did Max Scorpio.
Why did he say that?
Well, he thought Stefan was pressuring me. I don't know.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
Lucky. You and I both know that your father is no innocent. But we also know that if Luke were to do something like this, he probably wouldn't make so many stupid mistakes that left the police with all of this so-called evidence.
Well, maybe he underestimated them. Thought he had a couple more hours to cover his tracks.
No, he didn't do it. He left town because he doesn't trust law enforcement. You know that, Lucky. You know that. Have you forgotten? The only time that we came close to believing the police was right after the fire, when we were so grief-stricken that we let the PCPD convince us that you were actually dead, and you were left out there wondering where the hell we were, and I'm so sorry about that. But do you think that your father would ever trust the police again after something like that?
Let me ask you something. Do you ever walk outside of the delusions? Or is that just too scary for you? Well, it wouldn't be the first time Dad's killed a Cassadine.
If Stefan is dead, which may not even be the case here, Lucky.
And where is he?
I don't know.
If Stefan was alive, he'd be reaching out to Nicholas.
All I'm saying is that if Stefan is dead, it wasn't your father's doing. And the person that everyone should be questioning here is Helena. And believe me, she will have an alibi. And there won't be any truth to it.
Is that what you've been telling Lulu?
Lucky, she's inhuman. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she had absolutely nothing to do with it. But what about all of Stefan's business associates? You know, the police aren't even checking into those possibilities. You see, that's why your father had to go underground, to give himself the chance to clear his own name.
You know what? I don't care. The whole reason I came back was because of Nicholas and Lulu anyway. I didn't even want anything to do with you and Dad, and yet you guys suck me in. Do you guys have the slightest inclination of how screwed up you are? My sister needs someone who lives in a real world. That's why I came back.
Lucky, your sister has the same two parents you have. And I happen to think that you turned out pretty well. And as for the police department, they have falsely accused me of murder twice. So I feel like the ground that I'm standing on is pretty solid. And your father is prone to passion. But he did not kill Stefan. And when he can clear his name, he'll be back.
Be honest. Do you know that for a fact? Or is that how you're praying things are going to turn out? You know, you may not even hear me, Mom, but while you're busy defending Dad, be careful you don't forget to comfort Nicholas.
Lucky. It was so nice to have you home. Roy, have you got a minute?
Yeah, actually, there's a delivery coming in at Luke's that I've got to cover.
I'm sure Claude can handle that.
I'm just trying to stay on top of things while Luke's away.
You mean while Luke's on the run?
You know, Laura, I know you're still upset about the way he took off,
Yeah,
but...
yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset for my kids, too. He totally abandoned them without any explanation.
There wasn't any time. You've been there. Once you take it on the lam, you gotta keep moving.
My children are going to have questions. They deserve the truth.
You know the truth. Luke did not kill Stefan.
Then how did he end up getting involved in all of this? Did he tell you? Oh, come on. If you know how he got accused of Stefan's so-called death, tell me.
You don't believe Stefan is dead?
It's all just a little too perfect, don't you think?
That's what Luke said.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What else did he say?
That he was innocent, that the evidence has obviously been very carefully stacked against him.
Right.
Who has the most reason to want to frame Luke?
The obvious answer is Helena.
Or if Stefan were alive, he and Helena could be working together to set Luke up.
No, Stefan would never do that.
He hates Luke enough.
He would never align himself with Helena, not for any reason. Do you think that he's dead?
I don't know.
I can't get there yet.
Yeah. Laura, do you actually believe that Helena Cassadine is capable of murdering her own son?
If she thought she could frame Luke for it, yes.
Yeah, but what about Mac? Mac has his own revenge motives, right?
No, he would never set Luke up.
But he jumped on all the circumstantial evidence to throw the book at Luke.
Yeah, well, maybe, but I think that's as far as it would go with him. No, we gotta find out who's really behind this. Did Luke have any idea at all? Did he have any leads that he wanted to follow up on?
Well, if he did, he didn't say.
Well, then it's up to us. I think the first thing we have to do is find out whether or not Stefan is alive or dead. That is, if you're willing to work with me.
Sure. I mean, no matter how long it takes, you can count on me.
Thanks.
Haven't you noticed that Nicholas and Elizabeth are closer?
But it's because of you. When they heard you were alive, they teamed up to try and find you. Together, that's what brought them closer together. Elizabeth loves you. Do you still love her?
I'll always care. Things have changed, that's all.
Like what's changed?
Like the fact that we've lived in two different worlds for the past year. You know, if Elizabeth could put this in the past, I know she'd be happy with Nicholas. Maybe you can help her see that.
What if Elizabeth can't let go of you or the past?
She has to.
Lucky. Elizabeth went on loving you, even when she thought you were dead. You know, love like that doesn't come along very often. So, no matter what you're feeling right now, don't be too quick to push her away. Listen to your heart. Trust it.
I do love her.
I know.
Lucky. How nice to see you.
Is there any news about Stefan?
No, nothing. I'm sure you realize that hiding a fugitive like your brother is dangerous business.
I wouldn't know.
Well, if you need me, I'll be on the
Lucky
yacht.
doesn't need anything from you.
Well, why don't we let Lucky decide that for himself?
Why don't you shove off before you find yourself swimming back to that yacht?
My dearest Laura, if you're reading this, it will be because I am dead, murdered by your Luke's threats against me have become increasingly violent. Despite all proof to the contrary, he continues to blame me for Lucky's kidnap and imprisonment. Luke has asked to meet with me tonight, and I've agreed, in the hope that I may find some way to convince him that I could never have harmed your son. However, I know the risk. If things go wrong, I'm concerned about Nicholas, his future. He's going to need all your love and support as he moves into his role as the head of the Cassadine family. Take care of him. And please, never let him know who is responsible for my death. Though I want Luke to pay, accusing him will only come between Nicholas and his brother. The friendship Lucky and Nicholas have must be preserved at all costs. Perhaps my death will mark the end of the war between our two families, so you and your children may live in peace and happiness. I regret the lies and the secrecy, everything I did to put distance between us. You are, always have been, so precious to me. My love for you is still there, even if I am not. Stefan.
I'm back. You would not believe how much hotter it is downtown. What's wrong?
It's a letter from Stefan.
Stay away from Lucky or I'll rip your hair out.
Oh my, threats of physical violence? It's just like your brother.
Helena, don't talk to me about violence. You killed your own son and set Luke up to take the rap.
Oh, now be careful whom you accuse.
Then you paid Faison to kidnap Lucky and you let all of us believe he was dead.
No. Helena rescued me. I owe her my life.
You don't really believe that, do you?
Oh, now, Lucky, I appreciate your coming to my defense. But the last thing I want to be is the cause of a family quarrel.
Stay away from him or you will answer to me.
You know, your desire to protect your family is commendable, Barbara. But if you're smart, you won't believe everything that your brother has told you. Take care, Lucky.
I don't understand how you can defend that woman.
Helena didn't do anything to me, and now her son is dead. She has no one, including Nicholas.
Well, that should tell you something about the woman. Stay away from her, okay?
I'll be careful. I promise. You know, I wouldn't want to get on your bad side, that's for sure. I'll see you around.
Hey. What about that hug? Oh, no, you.
I didn't really want to believe it. I thought that it was a trick, you know, like what they did with Lucky. But this is his handwriting.
I'm sorry. I am eternally suspicious of things Cassadine. And this could be just another one of their little games.
No, but Stefan wouldn't do this to me.
Now, why are you defending him all of a sudden?
The last time I talked with him, I realized that I misjudged him and that he really never meant to hurt me. And I know for a fact that he would never, ever abandon Nicholas.
Are you so sure that his love for Nicholas outweighs his desire for revenge against Luke?
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
Okay, so if this is genuine, where does that leave Luke?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Luke swears he did not kill Stefan.
I know, but his anger goes so deep. He still believes that Stefan was behind Lucky's kidnapping.
I don't believe this. I don't believe he did it.
Oh, God, I hope you're right. I mean, for Lucky's sake, for Lulu's sake. I think that he really did love me.
No, you don't. No. No matter what happened to him, you are not responsible.